Hey, Brett.
Hey, Nathan.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Come on in.
Beautiful spot you guys have here.
Thank you. Yeah, beautiful home, beautiful neighborhood. It's an 80s style Cape home.
Nice.
It's pretty basic.
Yep.
And we like to add some creativity and unique spaces to our home.
And you wrote in about a pretty cool idea.
Yeah, so come on over here. So in behind this wall here is just your basic closet.
Okay.
But we want to put in a bookshelf.
All right.
And turn this into a classic speakeasy.
So like some hidden doors?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Mind if I take a look?
Go on in.
All right. Nice. Well, you guys have been busy in here.
Yeah.
This is looking good.
We had it all cleared out and had an electrician come by and kill all the power.
Yep. Yep. No plumbing in the wall here.
Nope.
What did this look like before?
Oh yeah, let me give you a quick look. So this space was pretty packed. It was a proper bar. You can see all our barware there in the back. We even had some beer steins for hosting our Oktoberfest in the fall.
Fully stocked.
Yep. So it's going to be fun to change this over into a speakeasy now.
One concern I have though is for framing. Is this a load-bearing wall at all?
It's not. We actually had a structural engineer come by and inspect it. So
okay. All right, great. Well, that's going to make the framing a lot easier for us. Let's go to the other side and take a look. Yeah, so this is a nice wall to put on a hidden door right here. What size are you thinking? Double, single?
I would prefer to have a double door.
Okay.
We want to be able to open it up and kind of walk in.
All right, so double door, swinging out, probably could fit. That's about a 6-foot kit right there.
That would work.
That's a really nice width, and then we'll check the height. It'll probably finish somewhere around 6'8",
okay,
which is about there. So I think that would fit well under that beam.
And we'd like to be able to paint it and kind of blend it into the wall in the room.
So I actually have a kit in mind. I'm gonna go pick it up and we'll get started.
Great.
All right, let's get started with our layout. The kit that I picked up is 70 inches wide, 80 inches tall, but the rough opening called for is 72 inches wide and 82 inches tall.
Okay.
I'd like to center it in this wall, so let's get started there. All right, so we got 92 3/4. So let's go 46 3/8.
Okay.
And then we'll check it coming back. 46 3/8. All right, so we got a good center line to work off of. So I'm just going to make a little mark here, just a reference. All right, so that's our center line. So off of this point, we're going to go 36 inches is what we need to come over.
Okay.
So we got 36. And then 36. All right, so let's double check that. Then we got our 72. All right, perfect. All right, now I'm gonna go off our mark here, and I'm gonna make a plumb line for the outside of our opening. You can plumb that side up. Looks good. All right, so now I'm going to take my tape and I'm going to measure up 82 inches from the finished floor because this kit has a threshold on it, so it's going to sit right on the floor. All right, so now we're just going to connect those dots. All right. So the next step that I want to do is transfer this layout to the inside. I'm going to pull off the baseboard, save that for later, then we can start cutting the drywall up.
Great.
All right. All right, we're ready to cut the drywall. I'm gonna use an oscillating tool. We're only gonna cut about a 1/2 inch deep. I also have the vacuum set up to help control the dust. So we'll plunge in, we'll cut out our rough opening and pull the drywall down.
Sounds good.
Now we can see what we're working with. We're gonna take these typical studs out. I'm gonna leave a little up top, but we're gonna cut that with an oscillating tool, all right?
Okay. How much room are you leaving up there again?
So what I'm doing is I'm making a 3-inch mark up behind the drywall because we're gonna put a non-load bearing header in here. Okay. Just 2 2x4s on the flat, which is really just gonna support the trim or any drywall. So I'm making a 3-inch mark. We'll take the oscillating tool and we'll cut up there and that header package will tuck up inside.
Got it.
Now that we have those laid out, I'm gonna make a quick relief cut down here at the middle point. It's gonna make it easier to pull those out after you cut them.
Sounds good.
All right. All right, so I brought along this framing mock-up to show you what we're going to be doing, because everything's going to be tucked in and behind the drywall, so it's kind of hard to see. But let's start at the bottom. We got our bottom plate, which is still there. We're going to be introducing a king stud and a jack stud.
Okay.
The jack stud will support our header, which we're going to put in there up behind the drywall. And remember when we made all those cuts?
Yep.
There's our typical stud or our common stud, which we turned into a cripple stud. And then we have a double top plate, which is up there. So we're going to be framing from the bottom up, putting the king stud and the jack stud together, putting the header in, creating that rough opening we need. After we have that framed, we'll cut that bottom plate out, and we'll be ready to put the door in.
I didn't realize there were that many names of all the different studs.
Lots of little parts and pieces.
Yeah.
All right, now we're ready to start framing our rough opening. I have all the pieces cut. I'm going to start by putting in my king stud on either side. This is the stud that's going to go from the bottom plate all the way up to the top plate. I already have it cut to length. So it's going to be a little tricky, but we're going to get it in there. We're going to screw that down. I'm going to go put the king stud on that side. Then I want to get my header in.
Okay.
Then I'm going to put the jack studs underneath, so that way we don't have to fight the header later.
Yep.
Okay. That first line is with the drywall. That's going to be where our jack stud goes. All right, now we're ready to put our header package in. Yeah, so we'll put them in one at a time. Second header. All right, now we're ready to cut and remove our bottom plate. Pull down. You pry up and I'll go down. All right, here we have our hidden door kit. Comes broken down, but has everything we need. We'll start at the bottom here. We have our threshold. It's going to attach to our jamb that's broken down as well. So we're going to put our kit together, left leg, right leg. We have a header going across the top, lock everything in. We have these hinges at the top and the bottom that have pins, so we'll need to align those onto the doors. Okay. We'll just assemble everything and then put it into place.
Sounds good.
All right. Try and get these pins in, and then I'm going to get the glue and the screws, and we're going to fasten things together. We're going to watch that pin. We're going to watch that dowel. All right, now let's see if it fits.
Sounds good.
All right. Nice and level, perfectly plumb. You got these cedar shims ripped to 2 inches. We're going to tuck in a fat end and then a skinny end. Put it into that void right there until it fills that space perfectly. We'll screw right through that. So we're going to go top, middle, bottom. Oh, I think that looks nice. You're going to be able to put a lot of books on that shelf. Nice. All right, so the right one goes in first. Nice latch. Second one goes in. Sets it. All right. I think you're good to go.
Looks great. Works perfectly, and it's exactly what we wanted.
Awesome. I'm glad you're happy. But now we got to take everything off. A little bit of primer, a little bit of paint, whatever color you like.
Okay.
And I think you're good to go.
Sounds great.
All right. Enjoy it.
Thanks, Nathan.
See you later.
Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.